Hi, fam. Today's been 3 years that I've been nomadic. Yeah, let that sink in for a minute. Ooh, it feels. Ooh, there's a lot of feelings with that. It's been 3 years since I've been nomadic. February 4th, 2023. Left my apartment. Didn't know that this was the journey that I would be on. Isn't that how it always works out, though? You never know, like, exactly what's going to happen. Then you experience it and you're like, holy fuck, that was not what I was thinking. Like, your brain will make up so many stories and think so many different ways, but then when you actually experience it, you're like, holy shit, that was a fucking initiation I was not prepared for. Oh, but a beautiful one at that. I've learned so much in 3 years. Dear God, I'm not the same person that left Colorado 3 years ago. Heck, when I went back in 2024, I wasn't even the same person that had left in just a year and a half. Life can change so quickly. 3 years really is not that much time. I remember back in 2019 when I was like, I want to live van life and I want to do all these things. And there's a hummingbird right in front of me. Thank you. So much joy. Gosh, this journey has brought so much joy and so much discomfort. Oh, this journey has brought so much joy and so much discomfort. And what beauty in the duality that is that. Because if you would have told me 3 years ago, like if I could go back and have a conversation with 3 years ago me and tell her all the things that have happened, she'd be like, "What the fuck?" I feel like that might need to be a video that I make though. You know, the ones where people are like, me in 2020 versus me in 2025 or 2026 or whatever. It's like all the things that have occurred in the last 3 years. The first being that she would miss her flight to Bali, but that it would get rescheduled because all she had to do was be nice and accept that she fucked up and also there's a blizzard outside. And the gentleman behind the counter would do everything in his power to get her on a different flight that day, and everything would work out. Little did she know that was the start of it all. Oh, even in that moment, I can see like how things could have went so sideways. Like there was other people showing up at the airport cussing out the agents at the desk, and I felt so bad for them. And I just stood there patiently while this guy redid my plane ticket and didn't charge me a damn thing. And I was so grateful, and he was also equally grateful. He's like, "You're like one of the nicest people that have walked up to this desk ever," because most people freak out, right? It's out of your control. And that's the one thing this journey has taught me out of all so many things. You have control, but you realize how little control you actually do have, and how much resilience you will gain in the process of letting go and just trusting that everything is always working out for you, even when it doesn't look or seem or feel like it, even when you're knee deep in tears. Oof. Yeah, this has been a journey about letting go, about coming home to myself, about never giving up, about learning how not to self abandon when things get hard or when the external circumstances aren't what you exactly may want them to be. I think that's been my most recent roundabout lesson, if you will, or just being able to see it from a different light with so much compassion, right? It's February 4th, 2026 as I record this. And this last week has really, really shown me how much I used to self abandon And in so many different ways, right? This was so deeply ingrained in me. I said this in one of my other videos, but this was so deeply ingrained in me to self abandon when things got hard. It's all I knew. And I realized that it's really not how we're supposed to live because we came here to be here and be in our bodies and have the full range of the human experience. And that doesn't include self abandoning when things get hard. It requires trusting in the process and being with the discomfort because that's part of why we came here is to experience discomfort, even if it's uncomfy. And that it's okay to want stability, but that you really just have to be stable within and know that wherever you are is where you belong and that everything will always work out. This last week has really been a test of feeling stable in my body and not self abandoning because my external circumstances don't reflect all the work that I've done. And that I can just be with the discomfort. That's all it's asking of me, is just to be. Like when a snake sheds its skin and it's raw, it's just asking to be with the discomfort of that, knowing that it's temporary. And, I look around and I'm like, this so is not me. This is not the version of me that I have become, but I'm in a liminal space right now. And that's the crazy thing about the nomad journey, right? You're always in other people's spaces, whether you're staying at someone's place, whether you are staying at an Airbnb, whether you are house sitting or pet sitting, car camping, you're still in your own space, but it's like not the bottom of the barrel. That's not the right terms I want to use, but it's very minimalist. That's for sure. I was looking back at pictures the other day, like, holy shit, a year ago I just made my way back to Cali. So much has changed in a year. I'm not the same person I was when I came here last. That lack and scarcity and all those things that I used to be so worried about. It's like none of it really matters. Our life is so abundant. You just have to slow down enough. And that's the one thing this nomad life has taught me is to slow down. I used to run so fast. I used to always need to be making plans and always need to be around other people and always had to drink or use substances when I was by myself. And I remember starting this nomad journey. I went sober. Yeah, I started my nomad journey sober. No drugs, no alcohol. I went on a 2-week trip with 8 other strangers from all over the world in Bali. That was my first initiation, if you will. And I didn't drink a single drop of alcohol. I didn't take a single substance. In fact, I did ceremonial medicine instead. I did a combo ceremony. And I realized I couldn't run anymore. And I started learning how to be alone and how to be by myself. And again, you're never fully alone, right? We know this. But I spent a lot of the last year, last first half of last year alone, mostly in the desert by myself, really anywhere that I went. And got a little lonely at times. I'm not going to lie, but then I also really have so much gratitude because I never used to be able to be alone. My codependency issues ran so deep. Anxious attachment ran so deep. And those terms feel foreign to me now. terms that I thought I might have to carry forever. And the truth is, I don't have to. Exactly. This journey has taught me so much. It's taught me how little you actually need in this life. Like, really. Like, only having like $2 to your name. And knowing that you're still okay because you still have a roof over your head and you still have all the things. God, that's been a journey. Like, if most people had to go through what I've been through, the grid would have collapsed, to be completely honest. Good Lord. I'm proud of myself. I came out of it every single time. I was like, man, it always gets better somehow. Money always shows up, opportunities always show up. Like, it still somehow always gets better. Oh, but yeah, that lives in your nervous system. And that's what I realized over the last week is I had so much stuff that has been lodged. And, I have a really regulated nervous system. But let me tell you, this last week really showed me like, dang girl, I was shedding a lot over the last week. Things that were so deep in me. Like a week ago, I thought I was going to Thailand. So it was in my last video, but like my heart was beating out of my chest. I hadn't even had caffeine. My heart was pounding. You would have thought I was about to have a heart attack with 20 shots of espresso. Uh, and I was convincing myself that it's just a little heart expansion. It's fine. Bro, that was anxiety. And anxiety and excitement are the exact same emotion. Anxiety is just fear-based, but it will feel the same in your body. And heart expansion also feels the same. But you know how you know the difference? And it's very like it's hard to tell, but not hard to tell, right? Like I'm sitting there looking at flights and I'm like, okay, I could literally totally do this and like only have $100 in my bank account after I buy my flight and just take off to Thailand. Like we've done shit before. Things have always worked out. I've jumped and a net has always appeared. Money always comes back. All old loops. But they were stored so deep in my body. I was like, I don't want to suffer at the cost of my nervous system anymore. Yeah, I did all those things before. Christ, I would literally like think of a place and be like, I got to go there now. No discernment, no taking time to slow down, no sitting with it, no, hey, maybe I just need to go do energy work there? Like, do I actually need to like physically get up and move? Constantly looking for myself outside of myself, constantly looking for home outside of myself. And I'm finally in a place where I'm so grounded and I desire that. I desire to have a stable environment to come home to, but it's because I've found home within and I know that the outer will catch up and match what I've built in here. Because this goes wherever I go, right? The physical home is just the representation, outer representation of that. And so this last week I was letting go of, yeah, you know what? We actually don't need to do that anymore. We don't need to run. We don't need to leap. We don't need to, tuck and roll and pray on the way down that there will be a net at the bottom because that doesn't feel good in my body at all. And it's funny, in talking to a friend last week, she was like, dude, as you were talking, I could feel it in my body. I was just like, nope, that ain't it, sis. And I'm so glad that I took the time to sit with it and not just run and jump and tuck and roll and pray because, oof, I don't even want to know how that would have gone. It would have been fine because I'm divinely guided and protected. But, like, yeah, that would have been a journey. One that I am just really grateful that I didn't force myself to go on. And knowing that everything can be brought to you. You just have to be in a state of coherence and alignment with it, and everything will just appear. The opportunities, the money, the everything, the place. I desire a place to slow down, but also experience like so much pleasure and so much joy, and some place I can be cozy on the porch and have these little chats with you guys. I'm really excited for wherever I end up for these chats going forward. I know they'll grow and evolve wherever I end up, but oh yeah, I'm super excited. Like I want just like a cozy little porch space. I love a good porch. I love a good patio moment. Like there's just something about it, and I'm really excited for that. And whether that's in Oregon or Tahoe or Washington, or I feel like I'm gonna end up north somewhere. I feel like this is like the transitional space, right? Like I went from being by the ocean, and like if you think about your external environment, and not to get too off topic here, but like this is what I've learned with moving around and seasons that I've been in, right? Like this time of year, I'm usually like moving, grooving, like needing to travel and do all the things, right? And this year is still asking that of me, but not in the extremes that I've done it in the past, right? Like I could have gone to Thailand, I could have made it work, but like that's not what my nervous system was asking for. My nervous system's not asking to like be on the beach, right? Like I did that for so long and I'm so grateful for it. And that was like so many emotions and changing of the tides. Like if you think about that kind of environment, right? But now I'm in this liminal space. I'm in LA right now and I'm on the outskirts, I'm in the suburbs, and it's nice because like you can still go to the city and I'm like in a city, but not in a city, right? And then I'm really craving like being near the mountains and lakes and rivers and things like that, things that are quieter, trees and birds and wildlife. And it's funny because there's mountains to my right, but it feels different, right? And yeah, I'm just really craving my own space again. I've been living in other people's spaces for so long, and this right now just feels like a temporary landing pad, if you will. It feels like the in between, but it's like the old door is closed and the new one hasn't fully yet opened, but I can feel it. It's coming. And I know where I end up is a choice, but at the same time it's really the feeling that I'm after. It's not necessarily the place, right? Like yes, obviously the place matters. Like I've been looking at Oregon, like Southern Oregon, and I'm like, okay, like where would I want to end up? Like what is the best like place to be, being that I don't have a car at the moment, right? Just being realistic with myself and like knowing that a car or a bike or something could appear. But also like where makes me feel the most alive? Where can I settle in and cozy up, but also be out in nature and be around people and really build community again? Because that is something that I miss. I miss having community. It's been over 2 years since I've had like a solid in person community. And that's like been with me for a little bit. I had a little bit of community in Bowen last year, but obviously that was fleeting once I left Bowen. And yeah, I really want to lead and I want to speak and I want to dance and I want to be around people that just get it. I want to cuddle and have like physical intimacy again. I haven't had any of these things. I've been just like solo journey out here for quite some time. I mean, it's been beautiful and I've loved it, but I'm ready. I love my alone time, but I do also deeply, deeply love being connected to other people. And yeah, knowing that it's not forever, knowing that it's temporary. I have so many creations that want to pour out of me. And that's something that this nomad journey has taught me a lot about is my chakras and all those things, right? All of our energy centers. I could get into all the woo of that, but really, truly my creativity I've had bursts of creativity, and I'm like, man, I am so fucking creative, guys. Like, holy fuck. It's pretty wild, honestly, how creative I am. I mean, 5 Leo placements, how could I not? But I'm so creative, and so much creativity wants to pour out of me. I can feel it. It's like once I open the floodgate, like I'm starting a Patreon, I'm starting Move with Lens next week, which if this finds you and you want to join us, feel free to either comment or shoot me a message on socials. It's going to be a 6 week movement program, ritual. I don't want to say program. It's going to be a 6 week movement ritual. Dance fitness mixed with ecstatic dance with a curated playlist from yours truly. And we're going to have a little community side action. And this is just the start because dancing has been so healing for me. And that's one thing that has kept me going on this nomad journey is dancing, bringing me back into my body, right? And the thing that's crazy about our chakras, right? Just brief overview, right? Your root is at the base of your spine. Your sacral chakra sits right above that, where your womb is, where your creativity sits. And when your root is unstable or ungrounded or out of balance or anything, your creativity cannot come through. And we are creative beings. We were born with so much creativity. We have so many creations that want to flow through us. And I've gotten glimpses of it, and it's like tasting a really yummy dessert and then like not being able to taste it again. And just that constant back and forth. And it's like, oh my God, I want to be creative because it brings me so much pleasure and joy being creative and like having something tangible to look at and be like, holy shit, I made that flowed through me. Not to own it or anything like that, but to just be with it and be like, wow, I'm really fucking proud of this. It doesn't have to be perfect or anything. It's literally just like, fuck, I made this. And I've made some pretty rad things along this journey. Like I wrote several books. One of them is on Amazon. I wrote a whole guide about healing my autoimmune. Like I've started this YouTube. I started a podcast. Like I created a whole Oracle deck that's literally just sitting on my computer. I've created a travel guide that's going to go out soon. Like there's so many different things that I've created throughout this 3 year process of being on this journey. And I want to continue to share my knowledge about what I've learned through this process because this journey has taught me so much. And I know there's so many people out there that are like, I want to, past versions of me, right? Like I want to live in a van and I want to, go explore and do all the things, and like it's great, don't get me wrong. I miss car camping. I miss being able to just go out in the middle of nowhere and have no service and just be in nature without anybody else around. Just you and the birds or the wildlife, whatever. And I miss that. There's such a purity in those moments. And at the same time, I desire to be around people. I desire to have the things. I desire to have the roof over my head. I desire to have food in the fridge and basic necessities. People often don't think about, yeah, like you can get rid of everything, but like you still need basic necessities, right? We're humans. And that's something this journey has taught me so much about is like you really don't need all that much. You can live minimally. Like even if I had an apartment right now, it'd be so minimal. Like my apartment that I had in Colorado 3 years ago was so minimal. I mean, it's just me, but still, like it was just the beginning of like unpacking and getting rid of so much stuff because you realize when you have to carry everything on your back or in a bag or two or whatever the case is, like you realize you actually don't need all the shit that you have. Like right now, I have 2 backpacks. One has my clothes, the other has my electronics and like my work stuff, whatever you want to call it, right? Like my journals and tarot cards and my headphones and computer, and that's it. I have a pair of cowgirl boots and a pair of sandals. I'm down to 2 packing cubes because I just was like, fuck it, I'm just shoving everything in two. All my clothes feel old anyway, and I know they're gonna all go at some point soon, so just tis the season. We'll get new stuff. It's all replaceable. Other than family heirloom jewelry, basically, and maybe some photos or like keepsake stuff. It's all replaceable. And how fucking cool is that? It's all replaceable. You don't have to hang on to something just to hang on to it, right? Like you can let it go and just let it be. Gosh, this journey has taught me so much. I should go back and give that version of me a hug and be like, yo, you're about to go through the biggest initiation of your life. It's gonna be so fucking rad and so beautiful. You're gonna see so many fucking places, places that are like seemingly untouched by humans. You're gonna watch so many rad fucking sunsets that are gonna make your jaw drop. You have so many magical moments in nature that you're just like, fuck, I wish I had a video camera for this. Like, I wish someone was following me around with a video camera to capture all this. You're gonna meet some rad fucking people. People that you didn't even know existed before this. You're gonna gain so much fucking wisdom. Not gonna be the same person. But, like, that's fucking rad too. And you're gonna be able to share your magic with the world in a way that you didn't realize was possible. And it's gonna inspire others. And it's not to glorify it or anything because, yeah, this journey has not been all rainbows and sunshines. Although it might have seemed that way. I realized in talking to a friend recently, I'm like, oh, my life looks very glamorized in its own sort of way, right? Like I'm seeing all these magical places and having these experiences, but I haven't fully opened up and talked about all the behind the scenes work that's been going on in here for the last 3 years. The hard moments when I didn't feel vulnerable or safe to share, still working on that, but we're doing a lot better than we used to because I didn't even think that I would be able to get on camera and talk like this. We were just starting out 3 years ago. Fuck. But yeah, this journey's taught me a lot. And I'm going to continue to be vulnerable and I'm going to continue to share all the things and share the ups and downs that this journey has been. And now I get to pass along all this wisdom that I've gained from this experience because it wasn't, yeah, it was for me, but y'all are projections of me, mirrors of me. We're all mirrors of each other. So yeah, if you're thinking about nomading or car camping or van life or whatever it is, like just really truly sit with yourself, sit with your intentions. What are your, just ask yourself, like, am I running away from something? Am I running away from myself? Myself abandoning? Like, what is my true intention as to why I'm doing this? Am I looking for home outside of me? Or am I just like looking to travel and have a great fucking time? Like, whatever happens, happens. You know? There's always a reason why we go on the journey that we do. And I know this journey, I think back to June of 2022, I had gotten back from a road trip and I was like, I just want to throw everything in storage and fucking get in my car and go. And I didn't. I was too afraid to let it all go. And so I waited 6 months and it got so unbearable that I was like, no, fuck it. I got to go. I got to pack up my car and go. And fun fact, she doesn't pack up her car. She packs up her bags and goes to Bali. And then goes back for her car 6 months later after she flies literally around the entire globe. If a globe is even real, you know what I mean. And yeah, here we are, back in California. It's fucking wild. LA, actually. I left Colorado and came to LA and flew out of LA to go to Bali. Oh, that's wild. Back where it all started. Hmm. Hmm. That was a real time on camera aha moment. That's fun. We're gonna let that one simmer. Hmm. Hmm. So interesting. I'll be so curious to see where this journey takes me going forward. It feels magical. It feels abundant. It feels expansive. It feels joyous. It feels pleasurable. It feels Like I've fallen in love with myself all over again. That's one thing this journey has taught me is self-love and routine, and they're all non-negotiables, honestly. And yeah, they're what keeps me going and falling in love with the magic of it all. Mm. I'm sure there will probably be more episodes to come, but this feels complete right now. So I'm gonna leave this here. Love yourself each and every day. And just slow down enough to appreciate the magic of everything happening. Don't try to put a story to it or anything. Just slow down. Take a deep breath and just be. Mm. All right, fam. I love you so much. I'll see you on the next one.